Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So, some of you may have been in a connection with someone. This could have been in the past, a relationship. Could be a situationship. Could also be that you've met this person and you know there's a whole lot of energy and there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. So, Scorpio, a little bit of a challenge here. We have first card, doubt. We also have boundaries, so there are boundaries here, as well as fear. This talks about paranoia and being nervous. This is what your person of interest is feeling towards you, but because of the intensity of these cards, you could also be feeling this. First card's the strongest. We have here doubt, followed by surrender. After that, we have compassion, sensuality, hearth and home, boundaries, laughter, play. And under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have fear. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, the connection that I have with you, I do have doubts because of the things that I have said and done. I feel now that there is a lack of trust, a lack of faith that exists. I'm unsure whether or not this connection might even work out. But there's a part of me now that has changed, where I feel as if I belong to you and maybe you belong to me. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. The feeling of surrendering. Now I also feel that whatever you say, I will try to make it come true. I surrender to you, and your wish is my command. But you don't know this, because there is so much distance. I do feel compassion for you, empathy, and even sympathy for the things that I have put you through and the things that you have gone through because of me. I understand I've not been so understanding. I haven't been the best. But from my point of view, I do see now the things that I've done. And I see how it has had an effect on you, emotionally and physically. There's a part of me that feels extremely connected to you. That part of me that feels you are very sensual, sexy, good-looking, tantalizing, and tempting. In you, I have found someone who has a lot of charisma, talent, your beauty, the connection that we share. It's hard for me not to think of you in that way, because you are so beautiful, so handsome. I often think about you and what it would be like to caress you, to be close to you, to wake up next to you. I just want to be in your presence because you make me feel so good. I desire you greatly. And you have this way of tempting and seducing. And it turns out you don't even do it. It just happens. By default. You don't even have to try. I also feel that in this connection, there's a sense of wanting to lay my head down in your lap and talk to you about all the things that have been bothering me. I feel as if you are my confidant. I can trust you and talk to you about anything that's in my heart, that's on my mind. There's a part of me that wants to move on. But there's that part of me that comes back to you because you are that one person who knows how to make me warm when the days are cold, and how to guide me, to be that guiding light. I do feel that in this connection, there have been a lot of troubles and struggle, distrust even. I feel that in this connection, there's a part of me that wants to move on, but I can't. Because a part of me is just simply blocked, frozen in time, unable to move forward. I know that in this connection, you and I, we have had our differences. But putting up these boundaries, for some reason, I thought it might be a good idea. However, now I've realized it was a very bad idea. I realize now that in this connection, yes, I want to move forward, but there are blockages. The blocks that occur, these blocks that exist, this keeps you and me far apart. We have this distance. And it's because I did not want to become vulnerable. I now view you as my best friend, a confidant, someone who I can rely on, trust. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. You are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days when my world is falling apart. I can always depend on you. I also feel that there's a part of you that makes me feel alive again, youthful again, vibrant again. And there's a sense of play, youthful nature. I only get that from you. I don't feel like this with anyone else. Overall, the things that I have said and done, the things that I never did, that I should have done, the words that I never said, that I should have spoken, I now feel nervous around you, paranoia, and even fear. There's a part of me that feels maybe I'm not worth it. I have this feeling of being just worthless, not feeling worthy, a lack of self-esteem, a lack of self-confidence. I don't feel as if I'm the right person. For now, even though I feel this, I do understand that this distance between us, it exists because of the things that I have done. It exists because of the things that I have said and the things that I never did that I should have. A part of me wants to surrender to you, but another part of me is so scared of surrendering. I fear how you are going to judge me. I feel this sense of anxiety, even panic, when thinking about you and thinking how far and how deep this connection should actually go. All right, Scorpio. Very interesting. What I'm seeing right now is this issue in this connection where your person of interest does want to move forward. However, there is, yes, a lot of fear, but along with this fear, we have a very strange sense of not really being able to move forward, even though there's a desire to move forward. So it's kind of like they feel that they're caught between a rock and a hard place. They just don't know. A part of them wants to be with you, they want to surrender to you, but then they also feel fear. And even when they want to surrender to you, there are boundaries. There are even boundaries when it comes to friendship as well. So it does appear that your person of interest knows what they want. It's just a matter of having that courage. Your person of interest appears to not have the type of courage that may be needed. All right, I have here up next the Lover's Path Tarot. So the first set of cards you just saw, that is what the current status is. Here, I have, with the Four of Staves, of the King of Coins. And these I read in the reverse. Also, this is a little bit into the past. So I go a little bit into your past to see what it is that happened in the first place. What caused this issue. Things were moving along great. And then something happened and it just went right downhill. What is that? What happened? Hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Let's have a look. So this I read in the reverse, and also I look into the past. The first set of cards you just had, that is the current status. That's a current present status. Four of Staves. This talks about how this person was wanting stability because there were frustrations and even disappointments at home. They wanted closure to an unstable situation, but they felt it was truly not something that they could work towards. It was, I'm getting the word unaccomplishable or something like that. I don't even know if that's a word. Accomplishment. They were feeling that they could not accomplish it. We also have here a lack of stability, not wanting to create a home because not feeling that sense of closure. But what this person really did want was they wanted stability in this connection. There was frustration and disappointments in the home, which means that wherever they were living, whoever they were with, there was frustrations and upsetness at home, which is why they were distracted in a way when it comes to this connection with you. If there's that old saying, charity begins at home, and if this person's home environment, right, is not well and good, it will affect them and the things around them. Or the people around them. So I'm seeing like a plant, a flower, and the environment around that flower, it needs good soil, it needs good sun, needs water, and maybe even a little bit of fertilizer, right? So it needs that. But if it does not receive that positive energy around it, then it will just wither away, right? It will not grow. And it will basically die before its time. Here we have a situation where this person did not feel as if wherever they were, they did not feel, I'm getting the word somebody as a backup, but what I'm seeing how this person views it, that somebody had a backup. What I'm seeing is this person could not rely on other people. And that turned out to be a problem because they wanted to rely on somebody or others to help. It just didn't happen. And that's why, because there was a lot of disappointments at home. Part of it was because of this, and part of it was this, where they just couldn't rely on anybody. There was a lack of stability. There was a lack of closure. Now, we also have here the King of Coins. Interesting, you have a king here. So you are dealing with somebody that may have appeared to be very king-like, somebody who is very mature. They know what to do. They seem self-reliant, self-sufficient. Here we have this particular card. It talks about the need to be more realistic. Involvement with people who may promise more than they are able to deliver. So something happened here where you may have connected with this person, and even though you connected with them, it appears that they may have been the type of individual who was not truly what you had expected them to be. Like, they acted like they were something else, but then when it came to the connection, they would promise a lot of things. They would say a lot of stuff, but they wouldn't be able to deliver. They needed to be more realistic, more practical, more logical. Here, it also talks about how this person may have been more involved in other issues, and sometimes they would not pay attention to what was really the problem at hand. You may have had an issue, but they had other issues that they had to focus on. Now, some of you may be aware of this. Some of you may not even know that this person had other issues. So, either way, I do see something external here causing a problem. And when we have something external, it is something that is beyond our control most of the time, because it's the type of circumstance that we are stuck in. Okay, interesting. I have here the Beginner's Tarot, and I'll be pulling out some cards. Not pulling out, actually. They usually just come out on their own. These are any actions, any plans, any intentions that your person of interest may have towards you. So see? Here's a single card. Okay. Queen of Wands. You have another single card. Justice. And then we have the Hierophant. Ooh, wow. Oh my goodness. So much is happening here, Scorpio. We have a situation here with the Nine of Cups. Wow, it's a really nice spread. With the Nine of Cups, your person of interest, they know what they want, and they want you. They do wish for you. They literally wish for you. And they are hoping to be with you in some way, shape, or form, somehow. You are their wish come true, and they want you. Now, we also have here the Queen of Wands. So we are dealing with somebody here who feels you are very sensual, which is why you did have the sensuality card. Very, very sensual. This person feels that you are utterly irresistible. Not only that, but they get this feeling of you being quite intuitive and also spiritual in a way, where they feel that nobody else gets them, nobody else understands them, but you do. This is a very good trait to have, because it makes this person feel as if you know them. Nobody else in the world may understand them, but you do. This is how they feel. Very nice. And there's a lot of passion here. We also have your Justice. Excellent card to have. This does talk about how in this connection, there has not been an equal give and take. There is a desire now to make things right, to have an equal give and take, to work on this together, to be participating in this equally, and then eventually, whatever the outcome is, it's good. But it can only happen if you have two people working on it together. Before, what I'm seeing is somebody here was just giving, and the other person was just taking. Here we also have the Hierophant. Your person of interest knows that certain things in this connection may not be according to tradition even, but they do want to make things right. They do want to be in this connection with you long term, and they want the world to respect them, but they also want the world to respect you equally. So image is a big deal here. How they portray themselves to the world, that is important for them. It is a big part of who they are and what they do. And that could go back to the Four of Staves that you had. It could go back to feeling that sense of uneasiness in the home environment, that disappointment in the home environment. Because the home environment has a certain set of rules. It has certain conditions. Here with the Hierophant, it wants to still be that traditional way and that traditional self, but the problem here is there's a little twist to it. Something has to change in order to work in this connection. So something here has to become adjusted, or it's like accommodated. That's the word I'm looking for. Somebody has to here accommodate in order to make things work. It's not just going to happen on its own, and it's not going to be in a very natural way. This has to be somebody else that's going to come in and change the way somebody views the way connections are traditionally. This person does want people to respect them as well as you, because they feel that if the world respects you, then the world respects their decision. Here we also have Six of Cups. With the Six of Cups, we're talking about somebody here who is going back in time in their mind and in their heart to a time and place where things were very innocent, very new, very sweet and gentle. Here we have a situation where all that has happened. There is this desire to relive the past. That first kiss, that first touch, the first glance, all those things that happened the first time and when everything was just sweet and innocent, that is a time that was full of good memories. No intentions in a bad way at all from both parties, even from external, because it was all brand new. This sort of feeling this person is having where they're reliving the past. They want to relive the past. They're trying to be in a happier state. For this reason, they take a step back and they're just living in their mind. I see this person does miss you. They also miss the ways things were, the way things were back then between you and the environment that you both were in. They miss all of that. So do I see this person taking any action towards you? I really don't. Not right now. What I do see is a lot of intention from the inside, what they want to do, how they want to change. This is what I'm seeing here. All right, let's have a look at Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, Scorpio. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Okay, a lot is going on, Scorpio. Ultimately, I do see success here, which is really good. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. First card is the strongest, success, with an exclamation mark. So there is going to be success in this connection no matter what happens, no matter which way it goes, whether you decide to be with this person, because you have here that it's up to you card, which is a card for me that shows a choice. So you can choose to be with this person. You can also choose not to be with this person, and it's still going to be okay. Success is going to occur, but it's up to you whether you want to stay with them or you want to move on. Either way, success will come if and when you let go. It's important to let go of the biases, of the problems and the beliefs, I'm getting the word beliefs and opinions and differences that the both of you face. You adjust a little bit, they do, they accommodate you, you accommodate them, and you both meet in the middle. The compromise is very important here. But by letting go, you're also letting go of the worries and the things that come along with it, the other people that may coming along with it. So you don't have to stop loving this person, which you cannot, right? Sorry, guys. You can't really stop loving this person. But what you can do is take a step back and try not to basically chase them. Try not to be that person who is persistent and just chasing and chasing, because if you do, this person's just going to keep running and running. One of the issues we're facing here is once you let go, what do you do after that, right? You don't let go for the sake of any sort of negative feelings or emotions. This is not the reason why. You're not punishing them by letting go. By letting go, you also have the ability now to take a step back and to think of things and see things at a higher level. To view problems from a higher level. When we are stuck within those sort of issues, we truly don't see things logically, and we don't see things from a different perspective. It's hard to see that, right? Maybe this is why I got the word bias in the beginning, because I was saying biases. So here, it is very important that you let go, but you also focus on yourself. Focus on something that you have wanted to do for a very long time. You never were able to do it. This could be letting go of certain ideas, certain beliefs and issues that you thought were actually causing a problem in the first place. But also focusing your attention on art, on expression, on doing something and discovering a talent that you never had. Finishing up that project, because once you are in a connection with somebody, you do tend to get busy, right? So here, letting go is important, and once you do that, you will be able to reconsider what it is that you were going to do or say in this connection. Many things will change because of an individual here letting go. They will be able to think straight. They will be able to make proper decisions. I'm seeing the word realistic, and I'm seeing planning, realistic planning. After somebody here reconsiders certain things that have happened in this connection, we also have here wait. Right after that, we have a year from now. Good God. I know a lot of you probably rolling your eyes. You're really upset. Oh my gosh, a year from now again. Last year, if this card came up, I totally understand. This is just the way your story rolls. It's just the way it is. In this deck, we only go up to a year from now. I do not have a card that says 3 years or 5 years from now. So if it does come up every year, please don't shoot the messenger, metaphorically speaking. We do have here wait, which is related to time, and then we have time itself here, a year from now. So this is definitely for sure. It's important for you to wait after you reconsider. And it could be a year from now when certain things may change, when you get that success. Now, a year from now could literally be from now until the next few months. It could also be all the way up to a year, right? Here we also have ask your angels. By asking your angels here, what is the technique? My technique is this, and you can obviously follow if you wish. The way I ask my angels, I pray to the Christ consciousness, who we know as Jesus. I pray to Jesus. From there, I see the holy white light of God, who is considered his Father, who is the source in this universe, and you may have different names for him. And it prefers being a he in the male alpha state. It does have feminine qualities. From here, once you reach this holy white light, just in your mind's eye, you call upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to guide you and to protect you throughout this entire situation. You tell them a little bit about what the issue is, and you ask them to give you information intuitively and in any way that they wish to give. Eventually, things will start to make sense to you, and you will be able to move on from there. Now, you do need to give the angels permission, and you need to ask for permission from their boss, who is God, manager, and these are the employees. They live on a different dimension, and that's why we may think it's, in the clouds. It is in the clouds, but the dimension itself is not where we are right now in the 3D. It's a different frequency. Here we have big happy changes. The overall arching theme is amazing. I'm so happy to see this because this does mean that there's going to be changes. They're going to be big and you are going to be happy about it. After you let go and you reconsider and you are able to wait and have that patience and to use that time wisely. Because whatever you do in terms of letting go and reconsider, this is not going to be a one day or one night operation, you see. This is going to be over this span of this entire year. It's going to be that intense. So it will take some time. Eventually, things will work out though. I do see that there's a lot of success. So let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Sorry, I do have a little bit of congestion. Change of season, change of the weather where I am. Starting to get a little chilly. So, for those of you who are new, I do readings, and you can find them on my website, www.asnointia.com. I have some love readings, and I also have various types for negative energy removal. I also have one on past life and spiritual connections. Also, I wanted to mention for those of you who are new, I have another channel called Asnointia Audio, and please do visit that channel. The videos are absolutely free. And there, what I like to do is talk about, and I have created videos on this, past life and spiritual connections. So you will see a playlist on that, past life and spiritual connections. Also, some are on, one of them is on sensually intense spiritual connections. And so I do see here that this is a spiritually based romantic connection. It's very intense, but the sensual part is there as well. So that may interest some of you. Some of the videos are on relationship-related advice, and that is practical advice. I tell you what it is that the person is feeling on the inside. And this is just on average. There's different scenarios that all of us go through. Hopefully that'll be helpful for some of you. And I do have one that talks about negative energy. What and who are negative energies? How do they affect us? And how can you rid them from your life? That is something very important that I think everybody should know. And I do have packages on that. Please do have a look on my website. All right. Thank you, Scorpio, for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And please do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Feel free to share your story because I do read them. And I do try to reply as much as I can. Sometimes it's difficult, but I do enjoy reading and understanding what it is that you're going through because it provides me with some guidance as well, some motivation to even create content on the other channel that I have. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I will see you guys again. Bye now.